Here we go. There's YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Okay, we got YouTube going live. We've got, I don't like this lighting at all. And we've got YouTube live, and we've got, that's better. I like that better. All right. And we have Facebook live. So let's see if we can get both to stay with us while we finish this little show here. So Anna, Aggie. Hey, Aggie, I usually see you on here. Awesome. So what a week. What a truly, oh, dear my God. People, let me see, Anne freezing up. Oh, come on, really? Again? Anyway, I'm gonna hope it stops, okay? So, yeah, people are failing. They're failing. And that doesn't mean all people, of course, people are having babies, they're getting married, they're buying houses. But in my shop, the people that come to me, and I always say, I'll see who else is talking here. Else is, hey, Pamela, Kat. It's frozen again. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. I really don't. And here we go. Reconnecting. Fantastic. How you? You're behaving yourself. Okay. Look, I have two like twins here, and then when YouTube is behaving, Facebook acts up, and vice versa. So yes, so of course people are living their lives, and many people are having a wonderful time, and that's great. I always say that at the shop, it's very rare to have someone come in and say, hey, Laura, everything is going so great. I mean, it's fantastic, you know. Why don't you throw a few cards and just see if it's going to keep up like that? You know? No, that's not how it goes. More, you know, obviously someone is troubled. I'm going to say 85% of the time. I mean, some people go in for a little, you know, catch me up or what's going on, but usually there's a problem. This Facebook now is going to kill me. Why? Well, YouTube, you're not letting me down, and I appreciate that. Of course, no one's on you, but I appreciate that. Oh, here. Spoke too soon. Getting really old. Well, I click YouTube's back on, and Facebook's back on too. Okay, so right. So the people I talk to, people I see are going through some sort of crisis, some sort of problem. Okay, let's hope it. I don't know. I don't know, Teresa. Okay. Sorry, guys. It's not happening. Let's see if we can back again. All right, that's great. Well, I don't know what to do. Nice that I spent the money getting upgraded bandwidth and all that. Fantastic. So people I talk to are going through some kind of trauma, problems, concerns, worries, and honestly, they're significant. They're significant issues and problems, mostly due to, well, I mean, suicides, overdoses, addictions are just going wild. With Pluto retrograde, and then it's going to be going direct again soon, but that's to be expected. People start to flirt with death. Pluto is that wrecking ball, this little tiny planet. And any weakness, any problems will be Scorpio. Tolerate weakness very well. And they will expose it, and they will destroy it, or destroy you in the effort, right? Bad behavior continues. lack of responsibility, people saying one thing, doing another. I have people trying to keep families together. Hey, Dawn. And, with people not being responsible, it's miserable. It's miserable in every way. I saw a post just before I came on Facebook. It was from a salon, and they were just doing a long post on what happens when you don't call, don't show. And it's just about what that does to someone waiting, for your appointment at the shop. And I think that's the best analogy is we've got a don't call, don't show society right now. It's like it's not convenient for me, or thought I wanted to, but now I don't. And I saw some posts in some other groups about working, and we know that there's a worker shortage all of a sudden, and I'm not sure what's going to happen when those checks stop. But I'm watching people, listening for what, if you don't feel good, you should just leave the job. If you don't feel like going in, you need to go in late, well, then you just go in late. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Work doesn't work like that. This backlash against, hey, Karen, backlash against landlords, this backlash against business owners. And if it's that easy, by all means, buy a house, buy a rental house. There you can get a HUD loan. Heck, they practically give them away. With sweat equity, and you too could be a landlord. Want to start a business? By all means, like I always say, revenue services, and they want you to start business. They'll help you all they can. They want your tax money. They want you to succeed. They want you paying taxes. So if it's that simple, by all means. Having been a landlord in my life and having seen what people will do to someplace that you gave them, which was really in great shape, I kind of see both sides of the coin. I also have very good friends and a lot of people I know whose rent is being raised almost doubled in some cases. Huge chunks of rent, $200, $300, $400, $500, and that's unconscionable, and it's legal in Connecticut. And so I see both sides of that coin. The work thing I don't get. I'm not sure how anyone expects a business to run if people just come and go as they please. It's like in the classroom, with kids getting up and just leaving the class, and and so when it was online schooling, I know a lot of the teachers were just saying they would just leave. They would just leave the room, or the parents would call them and they'd be on the phone with the parents, or whatever. And it's so that doesn't work in school, and it's not going to work in the workplace. But it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Okay. Well, restaurants are closing here in Connecticut. There's a few closed because they can't find help. So it's interesting. It's interesting. All right, I'm going to hope that we're not freezing up on Facebook right now, and I'm going to hope YouTube's going well. I think it is. Is anyone any questions? Is there anything that anyone is seeing, wants to talk about? We're all exhausted, so there's no point even bringing that up. We're all tired. Is there anything going on out there for anybody that you want to ask about, or something they're seeing they want to share with the group? I'm happy to facilitate or moderate. Anything in the comments, guys? Okay. Well, I had some really rough readings this week, and they really left me. And I've had some very bad news about a friend, and I'm not going to share it here because a lot of you do know her, and it will be made public soon enough. But it's just really some shitty things, and I'm staggering through this week now. Hey, Amanda. I know you're one of the people I was thinking of, Teresa. $500. And oh, Allie, yeah, my daughter wrecked her car, so she's coming home from Florida. And not because she was drinking or nothing or texting or anything else, just lost control, went into a bridge. Hey, Edgar, how are you? So yeah, a lot of car accidents. Actually, my ex-husband too. And again, not his fault. He was cut off, and he managed to swerve and avoid a lot of traffic oncoming, including the person who cut him off with a young child in the car. and took his truck right through a stone wall. So yeah, that was fun. Yes, a lot of car wrecks. That's absolutely true. No, it's Mercury retrograde, a lot of health issues. People and animals, actually. A lot of animals are checking out really young with some problems that, oh, I'm sorry, Greta. I don't know, looking at the comments here. Rosemary, I've looked into it for Teresa too. I mean, I hope so, but I don't see anything. I couldn't find anything to help out. Landlords are able to raise it up to the market value, and that can be double what they were charging originally when it comes time to renew the lease. And that just seems unconscionable. You know, no one's rate, no one's pay is going up like that. I was shocked. I actually, yeah, couldn't believe there wasn't some legal recourse to keep a landlord in check. But that's anyway. All right, guys. I'm gonna start reading while everything's running smoothly, and we have internet service. It seems to be stable. Speak too loudly. Let's get going here. I'll put the comments too, though. I'm reading through here. Yep. No. People are so frustrated. They're so angry. And I'll tell you what's going to really piss them off. They've already said, first of all, I've read that if you want to have Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, buy your stuff now. They're telling you buy your turkeys, get your stuff now, your fixings, your vegetables, whatever you can get in cans, or have it. Because come Thanksgiving, Christmas, it may not be there. Hey, Paul. And I also heard that a lot of toys at Christmas time will not be available. They're not going to be in the stores. So that's going to be for, I've never done a Black Friday in my life. I have never gone out, never bought that way for my kids. And I have 4, but I do know Black Friday is a big tradition for a lot of people. And as a shop owner, I am grateful. I can tell you that. And yeah, it's not going to be good. So maybe it's going to be a little bit like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas without the presents and the food. Maybe it'll be a good time to come closer and, you know, sing songs like the Who's and Who Go. Hey, Patty, how are you? Saw you all packed up and ready to go. I did see that on your. I can't comment. I'm yes, once again banned. I've got 20 days left. I'm just a hard time repeat offender. So when I can, at some point in time, I'll share with you the stupid reasons that they're banning me. So I've got the memes. I've got everything. And I commenting on people's posts, and they just get me. And one was something I posted over a year ago. So they just keep at it. I don't know. I can't stand it. I know the Christmas stuff is out. Hey, Pamela. What was I gonna say too? Crap on a cracker. Christmas stuff, food. There's one other thing somebody talked about coming up. Food shortages. Damn it. Well, it'll come to me later. It is messed up, that's for sure. All right. Well, let's start with Aries, shall we? So for anyone who's new, I do a 6-card spread. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the situation. It's what's immediately impacting it. And then the last 3 are the resolution or where it's going to go. I do it for the 12 zodiac signs. And obviously, not every Leo is having work problems. Not every, Virgo is having relationship issues. Well, they probably are, but that's just the way Virgos roll. Okay, so, but you know what I mean? Not everyone's having these problems, but very often it has to do with someone that's close to you. And so I'll often get messages afterwards or like, well, it was nothing to me, but my God, my son's going through that exact thing. It seems to be helpful and people like it. And I've been doing these now for over 3 years. I've been doing Friday Night Live videos for over 3 years. I also, just for the record, I read to teach. So I'll tell you the cards I am pulling. And by all means, put your own tarot cards down. And, you interpret the way you would see them. I'm telling you how I interpret the cards. I've been reading now since I was 16. That doesn't mean anything because we all read differently. And I want to tell you this. So I've got someone new starting at the store next month. And she's going to be doing shadow work. And I did there wasn't enough going on. Wednesday, I stayed late and did an interview. And it was interesting. So she leads you through a meditation and a hypnosis session. And it's the 4 chambers of the heart and brings you back to where your trauma was and your inner child. And there's cord cutting and healing work done and reintegrating the child with the adult you. It was a really powerful session. She can pretty much get it done half hour, 40 minutes. So we're going to do it, I it's been like 45-minute sessions and $45. And so we'll be offering that next month and once a month after that. And of course, she'll be available for private sessions if you want that. But we think if we have just 2 readers on that one time and she has the back room to herself, and I'll make sure people don't go back there and dim the lights. And honestly, she's going to do some background noises. And it should be very doable for people who want to work on their shadow, who want to work on releasing some of those things that are holding you back, answering questions. And this is all going to be in the bio when I put the description up. But why do I have such low self-esteem? Why can't I break away from this person? Why am I not moving forward in my life? Why, the whole list of questions that can be answered through working through your shadow. So that's going to be something we'll be doing, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Okay. Hey, Heidi. So anyway, we're going to start with Aries. I'm too tired to go backwards. All right, Aries. We have, nice. We have the 4 of Swords. I never see that for Aries. We have the Hangman and the World. We have the 9 of Cups, the 5 of Cups reversed, and the 9 of Swords reversed. Aries, I have not seen cards like these for you in a long time. And of course, we see a bunch of major arcana cards. This is a big deal. It's a really big deal for you. I'll walk you through it. The first card up is the 4 of Swords, which is respite, relief after hard work and labor and intense situations. It's really, I'll show you the card, but it's the 4 of Swords. Here we go. See that? But it's literally, it's rest after the hard stuff. The Hangman, delayed gratification. Playing the long game and knowing that the outcome is what you're looking at. You're looking at and it's good. You're not wasting your time. There's absolutely a final destination that looks positive. It's also doing for other people, putting people first, which Aries always does. I have yet to see they're out there. Narcissists come in all 12 flavors. But in general, Aries fights other people's battles before they fight their own. And the World. So there's a sense of culmination. Aries, a sense of, you're pulling it together. Things are coming together. It's been a long, hard, frustrating, time-consuming, and in many cases, money-wasting road. But here we are. 9 of Cups, wishes coming true. Love that. 5 of Cups reversed. Moving on past failure, moving past disappointment. The 5 of Cups upright is crying over spilt milk. Well, Aries is done with that shit. Moving on. And the 9 of Swords reversed. And don't forget, the sword cards, when they're reversed, are often better because swords upright are problems and illnesses. And when it's reversed, it negates that. And here again, we see the Nine of Swords reversed. So it's, and just the horrible anxiety that many Aries were dealing with. I mean, I know a lot of you. And where's China's and Aries? I'm watching her and I'm watching the struggle. And, it's just that bashing the head against the brick wall and endlessly. And nothing, the door's not opening. But now it is. Now it is. I love these cards for Aries. Really looks like I'm not saying that it looks like if you're climbing a mountain, you've got that ledge and you can, stop and, have a little bite to eat and relax and, just kind of enjoy the view for a minute before you start climbing some more. But the top of the mountain's there, so you're coming in at it. That's Aries. All right. Now we're going to see Taurus. Taurus. We have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Coins, Three of Cups, the Devil. Away. I've had enough. Eight of Coins. Working, and there's the Strength reverse, getting tired. Three of Cups. I think you're surrounded people who care about you, Taurus. But the Devil, which is toxic behavior, toxic people, toxic situation, and the Chariot reverse. It's still gonna be when you get back home. It's still gonna be there, but I think you'll be in a better shape after you get away from it and a little break. Okay, I'm not sure what we're talking about. It could be an overnight, a bed and breakfast, or a nice week or two away. But it looks like it's about getting away and getting a fresh perspective. Not quite the respite that Aries is having, more like escape. It's not kick the can. You'll deal with it when you get home, but breaking away from it for a minute. All right, Gemini. And there's also ways to take a vacation. I mean, sometimes the best you can do is just turn the phone off and, go sit in the backyard for a little while or go for a walk. But break away. All right, Gemini. Well, we see the King of Wands, the Ace of Swords reversed, the Five of Swords reversed, the Two of Coins, the Emperor, Gemini, who rules communication and this is just not. It's quiet. Making some new plans, looking to possibly do something to increase the cash flow. But I want to say more importantly, the Five of Swords reverse, I'm seeing talking to experts, talking to people in maybe the field you're interested in going into, talking to people who give you good sound advice. And I want to say it looks like Gemini wants to be autonomous and really filling out of their power. Answering to somebody else or not, it's not about not want to work, man. It's not about, but this idea of I want something different. I don't know if you've identified what you want to do yet, Gemini, but this idea of making the money, having the necessary funds to make this happen. Starting small if you have to. I think that's where we're talking to someone else about the legalities and it would feel like a business because the Emperor is usually a business card, but it's reversed. Don't think you're ready quite to do it yet, but this idea of, I'm going to start talking to people and I'm going to start getting some stuff lined up. I like that. And you're doing it very quietly, Gemini. It's not a big production. Kind of keeping it to yourself, it's better that way. If you decide to back out, when you make a big announcement, and I just had a reading about this too. She was like, I just told everybody I was doing this. I'm like, well, you're not ready yet. There's stuff you haven't put in place yet. So I was going to upset to quit my job. I'm like, but you don't even have the training you need. How are you going to quit your job and you've not even had training yet to do what you want to do? You haven't gone and set a business plan yet. You haven't set your job. What are you thinking? Well, again, rash behavior. It's tough. Impetuous, but not thinking. Can't put the cart before the horse. All right? Gemini, you're closing on that time though, that launch time. Geminis are idea people. They really are. It's funny. I had a reading with a woman who's a Gemini, and she's an astrologer, and I did a reading, and she was talking about her business, and she's got 3. her own busy reading schedule. And then we're talking about, and she's like, so how is my comedy coming along? And I'm like, oh dear God. And I said, you're a Gemini. She said, 100%. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Gemini stuff. Finger in every pie, Yeah. All right. Cancer, right? Yes. Cancer, house 4. We see the mother, Queen of Cups. Of course we do with Cancer. 6 of Coins reversed. 8 of Cups reversed. 4 of Wands reversed. Page of Swords reversed. 7 of Coins. All right. Yay. Well, the first thing that I would think, a quick brush with this would be somebody thinking about having children, and the idea of not having to go back to work full time, trying to negotiate again in advance how to work your schedule so they have more time with the baby, and possibly not go back to work or go back to work in a different capacity. So there's that. So that's the quick one there. What else could it be about? Well, 6 of Coins reversed, and as you having debt means you get paid. Bills to pay. 8 of Cups reversed. As you moving forward, Page of Swords reversed. Quiet. 7 of Coins. I think Cancer, it really is about identifying something else you want to do, and it seems to have a maternal or a nurturing. You could be working in a nursery. It could be working in a garden center. It could be working at a preschool. But there's a sense of nurture here. And how can I, again, like everybody else, how can I make money doing what I love to do? Because I don't think you're able to just walk away from your full-time job, or not without equal or measure or greater pay. It is the money. The 7 of Coins is really identifying what you want to call your daily work. But I don't see you leaving. This is just the opposite of Taurus is going to take off on vacation and not worry about it. No, you got to worry about it. For Cancer, this is something you got to deal with. Looks like things are not, there's no movement here. 4 of Wands reversed, possibly even let down thinking there's going to be a promotion. There's not. But again, we're being quiet. Page of Swords reversed. We're not talking about it. We're just looking at what our other options are. Just starting to be on the internet or Indeed or whatever it is, but just to see what the options are. Hey, Patty. All right. So we got Leo coming up next, right? Leo, we have the Queen of Coins. We have the Hierophant, Justice reversed, the 6 of Swords reversed, the 5 of Coins reversed, the 3 of Coins. So lots of money, right? All those coins. That's the first thing we know. It's about money. The Queen of Coins is a wonderfully. She's similar to the Empress. It's about abundance in the healthy aspect of money and assets. But the Queen of Coins is definitely watching the bottom line. Okay. Now, when the Queen of Coins is reversed, there we've got someone for whom, or the King of Coins reversed. There we got somebody who, we're on Leo right now. We got somebody who has a natural or out of too much attention on money. Okay, selfishness, not wanting to share. But in this case, no. This is someone with a healthy view of money. The Hierophant and Justice reversed. 6 of Swords reversed. 5 of Coins reversed. So I want to say what I see is the possibility, Leo, that you're thinking of a promotion and it's not happening when it should, or happening as fast as it could, and very disappointed. It looks a little unfair. 6 of Swords reversed. I don't see anything advancing, but I do see it happening not that long after it should have happened, if that makes sense. So if you were going to say the end of October was going to be moving into a new position for November 1st, well, add a month to that. It's definitely not happening. It's not fair, but it's happening. And I say that because I'm looking at the Three of Coins, and that's celebrating money coming in. So hang in there, Leo. The rewards are coming. It's just taking a little longer, a little more of a delay than we'd like. Still have the cough. So, Virgo, we have the Sun reversed, the Nine of Wands, the Six of Wands, Death reversed, Page of Coins reversed, and the Hermit. All right, not great. Well, the Sun reversed, I can't paint that pretty. It's failure. It's like it's success not happening. And the Nine of Wands and the Six of Wands, I want to say it has you taking on new challenges, Virgo. I think whatever you're doing, you're not even close to being matching your skill set with the job. The Sun reversed. I mean, it's like this isn't working. Okay, we're going the other way. We're going to take a turn. I don't think you're getting off the road career-wise, but you're definitely going in another direction. Death reversed has you making some endings happening based on a lack of money. And it might even be something where you're thinking about going off on your own. Virgo may just be thinking, a lot of Virgos are starting their own business, I can tell you that, but this idea of, okay, I got to figure this out for myself, or, you know what, I could do this and have my own business doing it. I don't have to be, dealing with someone who's not giving me the promotions and the money that I thought I would have. So you may just be deciding to paddle your own boat, and good for you. Virgo has very careful attention to detail, and they often make wonderful business owners. They do great planning. And they watch it because they're an earth sign. They watch the bottom line. They're not going to give the farm away, and they shouldn't. All right, Libra. How are we doing there, guys? Libra. All right. Well, we start off with the Fool. Look at all the Libras going. Of course we would. The Fool, new beginnings, uncharted territory, boldly going where no one has gone before. Reckless, maybe. Let's see. Oh, the Page of Wands. I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands reversed. The Tower, the Moon, the High Priestess, the Star. Do you realize all but two of these cards are major arcana cards? That's heavy. There's 22 major arcana, and the rest of the deck of 78 cards is like a suit of cards, 4 suits and like a deck of playing cards, I should say. But we have these, and we're pulling heavy. So chaotic situation, something being brought to light, but the Star, and you're gonna be kicking yourself because you didn't see this, Libra, but the Star has it working out well, which is again a little different than was it Leo, or you were going a different direction here a little bit. It is that too. It's more like negating chaos. And I'm going to say you do that successfully. The Star, of course, as I always say, the Star and the Sun, 2 best cards in the deck. But Libra, I think, one more card for clarity. Yeah, there you are, Patty. Here you the Fool, huh? 10 of Cups reversed. This feels like it's more in the house than does it work. There's no money cards here. I mean, there's the Page of Wands reversed, but it feels like someone's putting the kibosh on something creative, like wanting to do something creative, and another person saying, no, we're not, no, can't do that. And it's weird because it looks like it's uncommon for this person to say this to you, that we're not moving forward, or we're not going to, because Libra's gung-ho. Ten of Wands reversed. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't know. It looks like you're going to the mat on this one. You'll literally go to the mat on this one, Libra. And it could be about wanting to make plans to move. That Fool of Cards a lot can be a lot. And I'm looking at the Ten of Cups reversed, which speaks to some unhappiness under the roof. Under the yeah. And the High Priestess reversed and the Moon next to that is, why didn't I see this? I'm intuitive. Why didn't I see this? There's something coming up that I don't know. You may just be like, we're out of here. And it may be that your partner is like, no, we're not. No, we can't do that right now. But it's a lot. There's like major arcana cards. I like chapter titles in a book. They're really a big, like, this is the theme. But in the case of Libra, where you've got like four of six cards, made, it's like, this is the theme, and 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 this is the theme. It's like, that's a lot. And they're very disparate. So it's, you'll get through it, Libra. It's yourself and plans to, where if you want your partner, you want someone to agree with you, you got to give them a better argument than, I'm just not happy here. They need to know a little more than that before the house goes on the market. They need to see where would you want to go, and how are we going to make ends meet there? Because it really is the idea of really not being happy, and again, chaos. All right, Scorpio. Dry, I'm telling you, this cough. I'm on a medication called amiodarone for my heart, and it's really an awful medication. And I'm down just one pill a day. It's to regulate your heartbeat, and has a lot of nasty side effects. I'm looking forward to being off of it. But one of them is the cough, and I left the hospital coughing, and now I know why. They loaded me up with it while I was in the hospital, because the heart wasn't slowing down after the ablation. And it's definitely affecting me. On top of the mold and the allergies from hell that we're having this year. All right, Scorpio, the Five of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the King of Swords reversed, the Empress, the Four of Coins. Well, whenever we see a bunch of wand cards, it's career, right? Same old fight, the Five of Wands, the conflict, the same thing over and over again. Seven of Wands is usually training and education, and the Two of Wands, I always say, is that job that lands in your lap. It can also mean being supported at work, but very often it's like that new creative opportunity, like, hey, we're looking for somebody, can you work with an application, and they'll hire you, or I need you to come work for me, or that job that lands in your lap. You still have to earn it, you still have to interview, it's just kind of the opportunity is presented. Somebody's just not getting the money thing. Scorpio, that's all there is to it. And people forget that Scorpios are actually excellent. But somebody, I want to say, whoever your spouse or yours is not. They want to spend money. And I want to make it really clear for Scorpio, there's a strong love. Just because people don't agree doesn't mean that they don't love each other. They're just, and I don't see any fighting. The fighting I'm seeing is through work and employment. So usually, I don't know. Feels like down would be a good idea. Just to sit down over dinner and talk about what you want to do calmly. All right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Lovers. We have the Queen of Wands reversed, the Knight of Coins, and the Wheel of Fortune upright. All right. Oh my God. So, I love the Knight of Cups because it's bringing in love. And Queen of Wands reversed, the Knight of Coins. Um, Knight of Cups and the Knight of Coins. So all the money coming in, the Wheel of Fortune upright, so it's moving forward in your favor. A lot of hard work though is going into this thing, but it's coming at a price. You're tired. And hell, Sag has usually got boundless energies for a Sag. That's like a Virgo not wanting a house clean. I'll just leave the mess for the morning. What? Virgo never says that. I'll do the dishes in the morning. Capricorn. We have the Magician reversed. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Coins reversed. The Ace of Coins reversed. Ace of Wands reversed. And I'm wondering if, I don't think it's you, Virgo, because I'm seeing the Queen of Swords, which is very cerebral. There's no emotion. This is purely logically driven. But I want to say there's something that's going wrong in your company or your business. The Magician reversed, the King of Coins. Someone invested money somewhere. Somebody spent money somewhere, and damn, it was a bad idea. And looks like you're there stuck cleaning up the mess. The Ace of Coins reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed, and there's no running away from it. You gotta sit there and get it done. And I'm not feeling you have a lot of help. Where someone promised something and you're expected to fulfill it, and it's like this was a very difficult thing to promise. You might have run it by me first, or tell me how I'm going to get it done. There's something about this task, there's something about the situation. It's a little out of your realm. Capricorn, it's the Magician reversed. There's something you need more training in. There's something you need more. It's okay, you're smart. You'll catch up fast. But in this situation, you don't know all the facts. You know all the facts. You're just being pushed to do a job that you aren't really. Yeah, it's. I'll throw one more card for clarity. King of Cups reversed. That's just great. So you're dealing with the same depressive, the same, victim mentality. The Cups reversed can be an alcoholic. I don't think that's what's happening here. It just feels like a very weak energy. And again, you're being expected to do something that I'm not sure you even know how to do. You'll figure it out, but you're going to need some kind of training, some kind of professional help to get you through that. Okay, it's a lot, but like Libra, it's a lot. All right, Aquarius. Oh fuck me, I'm sorry. I guess we have to do something. I guess Tony, you just can't behave yourself in the room, huh? That's always nice. Okay, he's gone. I don't usually get trolls, but YouTube, somebody decided to get funny. Sorry, guys. It's so rude. I don't know what the hell. Like the verbal equivalent of a dick pic, Like, what makes you think anybody wants to see or hear that? Right? Yeah, really. Not cool, Tony. Go get a hobby or something. All right. Two of Swords, Aquarius. Rock in a hard place. Not my favorite thing to look at. In terms of the cards being that's just a tough card to have it opening with that. So there's no easy answers. You know that, right? Seven of Swords, reversed. Nine of Coins, reversed. Temperance, Two of Cups, reversed. And the Ten of Coins. What I look at is a situation here to me that somebody either wants to sell a real estate, Ten of Coins, sell or add on to a home. I think it's rock in a hard place. That decision, do I sell, do I stay? Sorry, because we can't not be interrupted, right? It really is about money and real estate and rock in a hard place. So we know the deal. You sell high, you buy high. You put money into the house. Do you wait? I'm not sure what to do. I get the feeling you don't like where you're living, the neighborhood. There's something unsavory there. And I want to say it could even be like one of you wants to sell and one of you wants to stay. It rock in a hard place. Damn. I will say Aquarius usually tries to be, fair. There's a fair sign, the Four of Cups, but they don't know what to do. The Seven of Swords reversed can be. I think you're getting bad advice. How's that, Aquarius? I don't think you're getting good advice. But it looks like it's environmental, not about the house. It's about the environment. And again, it looks like somebody wants to leave, somebody wants to stay. Rock in a hard place. Unless you're a first-time buyer, where it doesn't matter how you're going to be fine. It's I don't know. Okay, one more card for clarity. Three of Wands reversed. No, there's no. This isn't something that's like. This is emotional, and I always say when it comes to real estate, you can't be emotional. You can't be emotional when it comes to real. Don't fall in love with a house. It's an investment. Do not fall in love with your house unless it's no. You know what? You can't. You have to like your house. You have to be happy there. You have to be comfortable there. But if you go looking at houses, you have to be completely logical because otherwise you will make terrible mistakes. And I want to say of Aquarius that they're trying to be logical. Aquarius is the most logical sign, their sign, with someone who's being very emotional. So this is it's tough, and you need to think more about it because I can't tell you what to do. It's rock in a hard place. All I can do is validate you. And Pisces. Pisces, we have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Wands reversed. The Page of Wands reversed, and the Knight of Swords reversed. Wow. All right. Well, first we start off with the Page of Cups, and that's usually a young person. Very sweet, very nicely natured, just a good, sweet young person. And I'm looking at the Page of Swords reversed, the Three of Swords reversed. I want to say Ten of Swords. It could be of a child or a young person who's really in a bad way and hasn't let you know, so it's just gotten worse, you know? Oh, God. It makes me think of this time my first husband and I had a condo we rented out. And it was a young college couple that rented the little studio apartment. And they managed to have a salt shaker fall on a heart burner while they were away for the weekend. And the whole place filled with soot. Instead of coming to us to say, we have this horrible mess, they called her father, who was financing everything. I don't think he realized that her boyfriend was living there with them, and he told him he gave him money for cleaning supplies. So then they rubbed the soot into the walls, because you can't take soot off with. I mean, literally, it was black. And by the time they came to us, like crying because it was like so bad. That's the energy I'm getting here from Pisces. It's like, oh my God, it wouldn't have been so bad if you just backed it up a little bit, but it's compounded here. Possibly you got someone who's dropping out of school or someone who wants to change their major. I say that the Eight of Wands is what do I want to do for a living? What do I want to do? And the Page of Wands reversed. I'm going a different direction now. And again, a good kid, just completely making big changes. And this is one of those situations where it's like a U-turn, going in a whole different way. I want to say this is one of those situations where, and could it be you? Could it be you, the Pisces, an adult? Sure, it could. But you're now then you're looking at your career choices. You're looking at your decisions, and again saying I think I want to do something different. Things are falling apart here, and it's interesting because there's no money cards here, so it's not so much about money as it is about everything is falling apart, and I don't think I want to do this anymore. That's what I'm seeing here. Hardworking, but Eight of Wands, is where am I taking my career? Where am I? All your creative energy, and it's all reversed except for the Eight of Wands. Even articulating it is difficult, and that's the problem. So we have the Three of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Not sharing information. There's lots of anxiety. Things are falling apart. The Ten of Swords, feeling defeated, and wanting to do something different. But you have to talk about it. You have to tell people. If you're adult or you're a kid, you still got to talk about it. But it's going to be fine. It's just restructuring of your own personal life, your own creative energies. How are you going to structure that and restructure it? All right. Can't answer that question. But I just want to say again, it's the biggest frustration that I've seen this week is the lack of responsibility on the part of the other person. The lack of consideration. It's like getting trolled, and as you're trying to do something, and someone puts something really inappropriate, you're trying to focus on something, and what the hell is that shit? That's the equivalent of throwing a rotten tomato at somebody while they're trying to, give a speech. It's miserable. People who are trying to keep their families together, and you've got someone who just is absolutely being irresponsible. Businesses are being run badly, and we're seeing it. We're starting to see the people who took money they shouldn't have taken during the shutdown. And I wondered about that because people were like, oh, you should get some of this money. Like, I'm not eligible. Oh, no, you can, no, I'm not eligible. I know, I looked into it. The money was meant to keep businesses afloat, to pay their employees. Well, guess what? I have no employees. It's just me, not eligible. Like, no, you can't. I'm like, no, trust me. And the people that did that took money, that double dipped, they're being told they got to pay it back. And then they did people in an individual standpoint, unemployment, and in a bigger standpoint in terms of government, loans that were supposed to be free money. Well, it's not free money now. They want it back. So there too, we're seeing, people being exposed and people being held accountable. By all means, be accountable. That's the lesson we need to take away from this, is that we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And something that Pina and I have often talked about. Pina is the angel reader at my store. I think Pina, most of you do. But those of us who walk that spiritual path, however, I hate the word because it's so generic, but that idea of I'm on this road to ascension. I'm being my better self, and well, let me tell you something. If you're my better self, if you decide to behave selfishly, if you decide to behave recklessly, if you decide to behave meanly, petty, they're going to smack you down. They're going to smack you far harder than they would somebody else, because you're setting yourself to be up as like an example. And then it's like, well, no, get it together. So it's just any kind of hypocrisy, duplicity, and anything that's fake or fraudulent. It's just being exposed. We're seeing it in city governments, and we're seeing the uptick in violence. We're seeing more shootings. Now in Connecticut, we have carjackings of all things on the rise. Shootings in schools, again, all over the place. People get desperate and people just get reckless. And even with the TikTok, some of the challenges are becoming really weird. Slap a teacher challenge. So you're gonna slap your teacher. That's the challenge. It was putting canned beans on the doors of people, like door handles. That was another one. The new challenge, today's challenge, was to take energy drink powder and eat it without water. Just eat it out of the, like, spoon it up. Which, by the way, can stop your heart. Turns out it can cause all kinds of problems. So, but then that's reckless behavior, right? You gotta think, study, know the room, read the room. And I'm always preaching to the choir. You guys are doing the right thing. I'm just letting you know that, I know that, but I also know where the struggle is, and it's in the bad behavior, the lack of responsibility, whether it's your business that you work for or your customers. Like I said, the don't call, don't show for the salon there, and that's a common thing. Yeah. Better times are coming, but they're not coming anytime soon, guys. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Get ready for it. Everyone needs to get ready, and please get rest. Please eat healthy. Really look at your self-care. Please get outside, take walks, ground yourself. I'm selling hematite rings like I can't even tell you. And they're getting broke, like, they're like 2-3 days later, people come back for another one because the toxicity and the unhealthy energy is just, it's insane. I don't know what else to tell you. If the retrogrades at the end of the month, the planets begin to go direct, but other things are coming up that are just as nasty. I had said almost 10 years ago that we were going to go into a situation that was really going to mimic the French Revolution. Oh, balls. Hold on. Facebook's going to reconnect. And I'm going to be quick when I finish, okay? Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm going to be really quickly. I'm going to say well, two things. I did tell you that Facebook was not going to be long for this world. Told you I didn't think it was going to be around forever. Now that these papers have come out that Facebook disregarded reports and studies that said it was bad for young people, all the while burying that and planning a preteen Facebook, Instagram kind of platform, even as they're being told this is bad for kids. We have the the Pandora Papers with the offshore investments of people all around the world. I think it was 65 independent journalists took part in that. We have the Jazane, what's her name? The Pedo Island there. Her trial started Thursday. We're going to hear names. There's a deluge of information coming out. And as we see people who are very wealthy, how they maintain their wealth through duplicity, through cheating taxes, through offshore investments. People, and this whole disparity. I always talk about reading Forbes magazine. I love Forbes magazine, but it used to be the Millionaire Club. Now it's the Billionaire Club. It is nothing to be a millionaire anymore. It's no big deal. Billionaire is where it's at. And Moderna, upstart Moderna, they made the Billionaire Club this year. That particular pharmaceutical company, I believe that's Bill Gates' baby, by the way. And it's nothing about being wealthy. It's not about, I hate the rich people. I love the rich people. They write big old checks and charities, and they do a lot of really cool stuff. But when they hide their money and don't pay their fair share, that's the problem. Okay, so we are just seeing a situation where people are going without their insulin because they can't afford it, and people are driving, these mega yachts, and again, hiding tax money. It's really frustrating. We've got to do something about the medical situation, the medical system in this country. It's horrifying. On that note, when things are being revealed, it is that French Revolution kind of a mentality, and we are in an interesting astrological lineup where it's very similar. And this idea of who the bad guys are, the day we all get together, us who are the commoners, the hard workers, that very shrinking middle class, the day we all say together, this is going to end. That's going to be a powerful day. We're not there yet. We're still being divided. Black versus white, Dems versus Republicans, backs versus unbacks. They'll do anything to keep us separated. It is divide and conquer, and we fall for it hook, line, and sinker, guys. We fall for it hook, line, and sinker. There is a scene, And I shared this with somebody who was talking about, only one way through Jesus. And I don't want to even get into that, but, and I'm like, but this is going to be something that we all have to come together on. We have a common enemy. We have common goals, the idea of a clean earth for our kids to be safe, food and shelter, and to not have it be every waking minute of it, how we're going to scrounge and make money. It's the idea of living comfortably, happily, working, being productive, but and there's a scene in the Lord of the Rings where they call the council, and there's the dwarves, and there's the elves, and there's the men, and they're all there together, the Ents, because they have a shared common enemy, and they have a shared common goal. And how they got there, and what their petty jealousies and their feuds and their problems didn't matter, because there was a common goal and a common threat to them and their way of life. And I think that's how it really is. It's going to be Muslim and Jew and Christian and pagan and all colors, all representatives, against a common enemy and with our common goals. We all want a better life for our kids. We all want a safe, secure world, clean water, clean air. Now, I don't know anybody who says stupid shit like, the damn air is too pure. Can't stand all this clean air. Nobody says that, But there are people who work to make it more polluted. Every time I see these massive cruise ships, the amount of shit they produce and go into the ocean, and they've caught them dumping. There was another big oil spill recently off the Pacific coast. The Pacific coast is horrifying right now. It's getting worse. Volcanoes going off everywhere. The Canary Island volcano. I think I talked about this last week, but it's still going off. And they're still saying, come to the islands, come for vacations, it's safe. And all I could think is that scene in Jaws where it's like, there is absolutely no shark in the water, the mayor, remember? No, it's safe to get in the water. Go swimming. The shark is not there. And yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. God, it's not safe to go in the water. That's the problem. And we're being told it is. And I just, man, it's exhausting, right? On that note, guys, tomorrow is the fair. I have Teresa, pet psychic, animal psychic, tarot. She's also doing a past life reading. It takes a full hour. It's in the newsletter, guys. Sandy, who is tarot, mediumship if somebody comes through, and also does beautiful soul portraits. She's a juried artist and a very talented, trained artist, and that's lovely. And then I have Sherry. And most of you know Sherry. She's been with me a very long time, and she does her reading in the wheel of the astrology wheel, rather. So the 12 houses of the zodiac, and then she hits all the different areas of your life because that's what the 12 houses are. And mediumship if someone comes through. So that's who's there tomorrow. And hope you enjoyed the newsletter. That was fun. That was a fun one to write. And I will see you guys next week. Everyone, take care. Be kind. Don't be afraid. Fear is the opposite of love. Fear is the enemy. But be alert. Pay attention. And we have to speak up when we see things going wrong. This is not the time. We can't be passive. Speak up. If there's a problem, speak up. If you want something, speak up. Express yourself. Don't be a Karen, Don't do that. Don't get people in trouble just for petty reasons. But if you see some really awful abuses going on, you have to talk. All right? On that note, everyone, have a good night. Thank you very much for tuning in. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Behave yourselves.